Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening once again. We are live. We are live now. We are live now. And here we have the members of Group 20 with us. So we allow them to introduce themselves and then go ahead with the presentation. So members of Group 21, you can introduce yourself, tell us your role, and then you proceed with the presentation. Thank you. Good luck.
Good evening,
Or
everyone.
this 20, Group 20 rather. Go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Inwayen Joseph Inwayen, the arbiter. Continue now, Sammy, the rest. Madam, continue.
Mr.
Good
Sam,
You
please
evening.
mean I should
introduce yourself.
introduce myself?
Yes.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Mrs. Olatuji Christie. I'm the CEO of
You're
Meritland
welcome,
Textile
man. You're welcome,
Manufacturing
man.
Company. Yeah.
Good evening, everyone.
You look
I
like
am.
CEO.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Olaume Samuel, the manager, Abuja Electricity Distribution Company.
Hey, NEPA people, problem. You're
Good evening,
welcome.
everyone.
Udoka, go ahead.
Yes, good evening, everyone. My name is Mwaboku Doka Shalom, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Lisa, can we go ahead? Hello? Hello, sir, can we go ahead? Hello, sir, can we go ahead? Hello, sir, can we go ahead? Are you all hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you,
Yes,
sir.
I'm hearing
loud
you. I
and
want to
clear.
suggest you go
Okay.
ahead. Time is counting.
Okay, okay, let's go ahead. Okay, fine. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening,
Yes,
sir.
good
Today,
evening, sir.
Good evening,
yeah,
sir.
today we are hearing a case of energy dispute between the complainant, Maryland Textile Company, and the defendant, Abuja Electricity Distributing Company, concerning price adjustment in a power purchasing agreement. Before I set the tone, my name is Inwayen Joseph Inwayen, the arbiter. The arbiter of this case. The case was first reported to an industrial court, which was after first hearing, it was referred back to AGL Center, Adetokunbo Ademola Crescent, because they did not exhaust all conflict resolution mechanism as stated in the agreement. For clarification purpose, AGL have been empowered by a law of the Federation of Nigeria, LFN 2004 Cap 18, and Section 57 of the Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1988 to sit on matter like this. Without much ado, can the parties in the case introduce themselves, starting from the complainant once again?
All right. Thank you very much. This Mwaboku Doka Shalom, and the complainants on this matter. And like was rightly mentioned, we're here to make a complaint on behalf of our company rightly introduced. And we understand that there has been an existing PPA, based on the realities
Complaint, yes.
that have been on.
Complaint. Please, introduction first. Introduction first.
All right. I said my name is Nwaboku Doka Shalom, and introducing on behalf of the company, complaining here today for the problem existing, for which we have so submitted. Please permit me to, for the brevity of our time, to briefly express. So there has been a PPA, and the PPA was based on the current
Please let
realities.
everybody introduce themselves first, please.
Okay, I thought we had done the introductions earlier.
No. Do the introduction again, sir. Listen to me now. Do the introduction again.
Okay.
Leave yourself.
All
Let
right.
me introduce.
Okay.
I know that's a good spot for training.
All right.
Udoka, mute your mic. Let me introduce.
All right, it's muted.
Continue, ma. Continue, ma.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mrs. Olatuji Christie. I'm the CEO of Merit Land Textile Manufacturing Company. I am the complainant in this matter. Thank you.
Defendant, introduce yourself.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Olawumi Samuel. I'm the CEO, Abuja Electric Distribution Company, the defendant in this matter.
Without much ado, please, can the complainer now tell us what happened? Let ma start the complaining.
On the 17th of January 2020, Abuja Electric Distribution Company and my company, Maryland Textile Manufacturing Company, had a business transaction where PPA, power purchasing agreement, was made, which included purchasing of tariff rates at 65 naira per kilowatt for every 20 hours in 24 hours. That is, in a day, there will be uninterrupted power supply for 20 hours. No matter the level of the inflation, that 20 hours electricity will be supplied for our manufacturing company. And for the past 3 years, we have been enjoying this constant electricity supplied at 65 naira per kilowatt until 6 months ago that Abuja Electric Power Distribution Company stopped giving us steady electricity supplied as agreed in PPA agreement that we had. We have both signed the document, and I have all the documents with me, that 65 naira per kilowatt will be the rate that electricity will be supplied to us for the next 20 years. That no matter the level of inflation, it won't be changed. Though on 3rd of April 2023, I received a letter, a mail from Abuja Power Distribution Company requesting for increments in tariff from 65 naira per kilowatt to 266 to 266 naira per kilowatt, which I responded immediately to both the letter and the mail that I can't accept the increments for now until the economic situation of Nigeria is stable. Since that time, I replied the mail and the letters that I cannot increase the tariff from 65 naira per kilowatt to 266 naira per kilowatt. Abuja Power Distribution Company have stopped giving us 20 hours of power supply in a day, which is 24 hours, as agreed in our PPA, which has affected our production and demand. We experienced a lot of shortage in meeting the demand of our customers that we have all over the world. We have demand from Canada, China, that we couldn't meet up, and this has made our company to run at loss. Because we made payments on bills, salary of staffs are there, even if the demand are not met up, salaries will be paid to staff. All effort in calling the attention of this Abuja Power Distribution Company was abortive. Whenever I call them, it has been from one excuse to the other that today they are not around, tomorrow they are on official trip, and this is how time has been running for the past 6 months. I'm no longer comfortable with the manner of their electricity supply and excuses that they have breached the binding agreement that we both agree in PPA, and I have no other choice than to take the matter up to you as ADR. So please help me look into the matter and deliver our organization from Abuja Power Electric Distribution Company that wants our company to go bankrupt. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, can we hear from the defendant? We have no time, so.
Good evening, sir.
Defendant.
I am Olaunmi Samuel, the CEO, Abuja Electricity Distribution Company. We acknowledge that our company and the complainant entered into a power purchasing agreement on the 17th January 2020, and it was agreed that we shall supply them uninterrupted power supply for 20 hours within a day. And since the said January 2020, we have been fulfilling our commitment. We have been supplying them uninterrupted power supply for 20 hours. However, notwithstanding the PPA agreement we signed, there were factors that were beyond our control, factors that were determined by market forces. When we were signing the agreement, the exchange rate of dollar was 245 naira to a dollar. As at today, a dollar is 1,765 naira. So this exchange rate has affected the cost of our production. It has given us serious challenges. Notwithstanding all these challenges, even aside the exchange rates, there is high rate of inflation. And the complainant will admit, between the year 2020 to 2024, we have really fulfilled all our obligations by supplying them 20 hours per day uninterrupted power supply. Notwithstanding all these changes, when we noticed that we could not, there were challenges, we wrote a letter to them on 3rd April 2023. The letter is hereby submitted to your secretary, sir. We wrote in this letter, we informed the complainant of the challenges we are having, and in the spirit and in line with the tenets of the terms of settlement of the PPA, we call for a meeting that both parties could meet and review the PPA. But, from that 3rd of April 2023, we did not hear any response from the complainants, which prompted us to send another mail on 7th July 2024 to inform them of these developments. I hereby submit the second letter to your secretary, sir.
Okay.
So all these issues were no issues that were done. All these are the development. This issue, the disparity on the price of the price of the electricity supply is not a unilateral decision or a decision made in bad faith. It was out of the challenges we are facing. It's a global issue. It's an issue that is decided by economic factors. We have been doing business with the complainants, and we still want to keep doing business with them. We only change the supply rate from 20 hours to 16 hours as from June 2024 till now. And we still want to have a meeting. We still believe both of us should come to a common ground and look at ways on how best this transaction will be mutually beneficial. The cost of production has increased drastically. As we all know, it was the federal government that subsidizes electricity in this country. When we were signing the agreement, the federal government was still subsidizing it. They were subsidizing with 101 billion naira. That was in 2020. As at this year, January, the subsidy was 181 billion naira. As at now, the federal government has removed subsidy from Band A, and the complainants are on Band A. So these are not issues that are within our power. We are not doing it to cheat the complainant. We are doing it out of the situation we have found ourselves. So that's the situation. We want the complainant to understand the cost of equipment has increased. So many things, so many factors has come to play that has affected the agreement we had in the PPA. Thank you, sir.
Please, we don't have much time. I want to ask just very few questions. Which ban was Maryland?
Band A, sir.
Which electricity ban A, sir?
Band A.
And subsidy was removed from ban A.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, was the administrative and regulatory procedure for tariff review taken before this price increase?
Yes, sir. We followed due process, sir. We wrote to the complainants.
The
and we
defendant,
also
I'm asking you.
Yes, sir. We followed due process, sir. Yes, sir. We complied with.
Madam, was this due process followed? You complied.
Yes, sir.
I'm now asking Madam. I'm now asking Maryland.
Yes, sir.
Was due process followed before the price increase?
No, sir.
The due process was followed.
It was not followed.
Which
it was
one,
not
yes
followed.
or no?
No, sir.
It was not followed.
Yes, sir.
It was not followed.
It was not
Okay,
followed.
the defendant, I'm asking you this question again. Okay, I've heard. The defendant, I'm asking you a question again. After giving them the second notice and they did not respond, did you give them a reminder?
We did not give them a reminder. The second notice was a reminder of the first letter, sir. So that was why we didn't need to write the third letter, sir.
Which she said you people, she did not collect it.
It was acknowledged. As indicated on the letter, it was stamped as received. The same way the first one was received, or the same way the second one was received, sir.
So why did you have to? Did you consider the impacts this increase will cost on your customers?
Yes, we consider the impact, sir. We consider the impact. That's the reason, notwithstanding that we are running the business at a loss with this particular customer, we still maintained and made sure that we are supplying them uninterrupted supply for 16 hours daily. So at that 16 hours at the former rate is still not. We are still running at a loss. So that was why we are still insisting that the PPA should be reviewed. We have considered the situation. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Madam, my last question for you. Are you aware of the subsidy removal? Okay, Madam, my last question now for you. Are you aware of the subsidy removal and foreign exchange rise?
I know it. Foreign exchange have risen, and I know that subsidy was removed, but it shouldn't affect my organization because we've written agreement and is included in PPA power purchasing agreement that even no matter the level of inflation, the tariff will not be increased.
Do you know that the government was paying subsidy for that particular band, that year band A? Are you aware of that?
I know government was paying subsidy on it, but due to the agreement that we had, that it won't be the tariff will not be altered, it won't be increased, no matter the level of inflation.
Okay.
It's agreement that we both signed.
The defendant is out. Okay, it's like he's in. Let the defendant come in. Okay, the defendant is in now. Sammy, the defendant.
Yes, sir. I'm hearing you, sir.
Why did you have to remove the power supply or reduce the power supply to 16 hours without getting to her?
We have communicated the situation and we have invited them for a meeting and we have informed the Nigerian Electricity Regulation Commission. So the 16 hours is still not still not profitable to us. So we have only done that tentatively so that it will not result to a loss or critically affect the manufacturing capacity of Merit Line Textile Machinery Company. And we believe that at the time we both agreed. The essence of the letters we wrote was for both of us to find a common ground, sir.
Okay. After due consideration, I discovered that there was a communication gap between Abuja Electricity Distribution Company and Maryland Textile Company. 2, regulatory and administrative procedures for tariff review was not complied with before rightful implementation of 266 naira per kilowatt. 3, the price from 65 to 266 was outrageous. The increase was much, which impacts production costs negatively. The reason for the increase was cogent. That is subsidy removal from band A by the government, foreign exchange rate is higher, maintenance cost is higher. Gas at a higher rate from 200 naira to 1,450 naira per kilowatt. Since Section 51 of Electricity Reform Act 2023 concerning regulatory and administrative procedure was not followed, and Schedule 5 of the Reform Act 2005 states that the tariff may change from time to time, which was done by NERC, but it was not communicated to Maryland Company. I now say that the difference between 65 naira to 266 naira the difference is 201 naira. For equity, the complainant is going to pay 105 naira per kilowatt, while the defendant will bear the other cost of 105 naira. That is my verdict. Do you all accept the verdict?
Yes, sir.
I must comment that this is a well considered decision, and we are most grateful for it, and we shall fulfill our obligations. Thank you so much, sir. We are most grateful.
Okay. Thanks to all of you for choosing peace.
Thanks so much, sir, for the intervention.
Okay. Chidi, I'm not hearing you. Hello, Chidi. Hello, Chidi, I'm not hearing you. Dear.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir, we can hear you, sir.
We can hear you, sir.
We are done, sir.
First and foremost, I want to commend Group 20 for your wonderful presentation. It was well coordinated. it shows that you people have done your rehearsals well. And also, I like the coincidence of this group. The CEO of production companies is looking like the CEO, no doubt about it. Electricity people also is looking like electricity people, corny
Yes,
people. So I like this combination of this group. Whatever coincidence that brought you people together, it was a perfect coincidence. I love it. Thank you very much for your wonderful presentation. It was
Thank you,
well
sir.
presented, and you have done well. And I'm going to score you live here now because you have done well.
Thank you, sir.
So we are going to give you 28 over 30.
Thank you, sir.
thank
We'll
you,
give you
sir.
28 over 30.
We are most grateful,
Thank you
sir.
very
Thank you,
much.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
Very
have a
grateful.
wonderful time.
You
Thank
too.
you. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
All right now. Bye. Yes.